You probably remember the project I started some time ago. Yeah, I know it's been a while and I have actually made some solid progress. First of all, now we can loot the monsters with the field. This idea actually came from my friends. They told me how much fun they had looting corpses in Project Zombie. I guess I have some questionable friends, but hey, fun is fun, right? So now, after you slay a monster, you can grab valuable materials from their bodies. And what do we do with these materials? Of course, we craft potions. Speaking of potions, I realized we need some really cute and beautiful potion bottles. So I flexed my amazing model skills, trust me, Michelangelo will be jealous, and started creating them. But bottles alone weren't enough, they needed symbols and labels too, so I designed and organized them using an old parchment style to keep a magical medieval vibe. New enemies and minigame. I didn't stop there, I added two brand new enemy types. One throws bombs at you from a distance while the other shoots fireballs or something like a fireball. I'm still figuring that part out. Maybe I will spice it up later. What do you think about this? Feel free to leave a little comment, it seriously motivates me to keep pushing. Also, to make potion making more exciting and slightly frustrating, I added a minigame mechanic. I borrowed this idea from the skill checks in Dead by Daylight. And when I say borrowed, I mean it's basically a common mechanic. Even games like Outlast 3 use it, so don't call me a thief, or if you do, remember I might steal your heart too. To balance it out and slow the pace a bit, I also created a cauldron string animation. One of my friends loved those tiny immersive details, and honestly it adds a nice touch of depth to the crafting experience. Customers and shop system. Good news, the ugly capsule peoples are gone, now we have real customer models. They used to show up randomly though, which felt weird and chaotic. To fix that, I added a shop opening system where you manually open the shop when you are ready. For now, you interact with a simple paper to trigger it, but don't worry, that will definitely get an upgrade later. Imagine it kinda like the shop opening in Supermarket Simulator, but with way more potions and way fewer bananas. Night system and sleeping mechanic. I thought the game would be much scarier if enemies came out at night, kinda like Minecraft but with a darker twist. Problem was, we still need a way to gather resources whenever we wanted. So I designed a bed system where you can sleep and skip the night. After modeling the bed and tossing into the Unity, I call a major Oblivion nostalgia wave, so I ended up designing the sleep mechanic similar to Oblivion. You lay down, choose how long you want to sleep, and wake up ready for adventure. Now you can have a peaceful rest after a long day of monster hunting and sweet dreams. Stamina system and RPG skill tree. Another thing, I didn't want the players to spin around endlessly like a superhero, so I implemented a stamina system. When you run out of stamina, the screen darkens slightly, your vision blurs, and you start gasping for air. A small but immersive detail that just feels right. Since this is supposed to be an RPG, I couldn't ignore one of the most iconic features, the skill tree. I drew inspiration from classics like The Witcher and Assassin's Creed. Recently, I replayed Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and I really liked their clean and organized skill interface. So I decided to make something similar. You will be able to spend skill points to unlock things like shield abilities, healing powers, or casting fireballs. I even used my god tier art skills to design the skill board and the unique ability icons. Trust me, it's looking really nice. Health bar and UI cleanup. Before, the health bars floated above enemies' heads, but it kinda broke the atmosphere, especially during the night exploring when I wanted things to feel creepy and uncertain. So I took inspiration from Skyrim and Elden Ring and moved the health bars into the UI, making it cleaner and much more immersive. Now the world stays dark and mysterious, and the fights still feel intense without neon signs floating over every monster's head. Modular building or not yet? I tried to create a modular system for constructing new buildings. I had big dreams, but honestly it turned out pretty bad. The pieces didn't fit together well, it looked ugly and I wasn't happy with it, so I scrapped it for now. Maybe I will take another shot at it in the future when I'm feeling brave. I don't know. Magical symbols and polish work. When I was working on the potion minigame, I created some magical symbols to spice things up. They look pretty cool already, but they needed a bit of extra polish really shine. Right now they have that ancient mysterious vibe, exactly what I was aiming for. Night sky and lighting improvements. I also gave the night skybox a soft edit. Now we have a gorgeous deep night atmosphere that feels so much more alive. Maybe it's a little too dark, but hey, there's always light if you want to find it. So philosophical, right? Still, for practical reasons, I added small light so you can actually see where you are going. No more face planting into trees. To boost the horror feel, I even composed my own night music, a fully original creepy soundtrack just for the nighttime, ash table, and crafting with ashes. To add even more depth, I created an ash table. If you find coal, you can burn items into ash and then use that ash as a crafting material for special recipes. Of course, to burn things properly, I had to make a fireplace model too. It's a little rough for now, yeah I know, but I will polish it later. Priorities right. Upgrading stuff, space, and luck mechanics. Previously, you could only buy stuffs from the shop. Now you can upgrade them using both materials and money. Because let's be honest, earning upgrades feels way cooler than just buying them. I also added a blacksmith table where all this magic happens. Plus, you can upgrade your base, add chests, dig a well for potion water, ash table, and more. Step by step, you are building your own little potion empire. To make earning money more fun, now enemies also drop a small amount of gold after you defeat them. And the coolest part, luck items. Without boosting your luck, you might fail to craft better stakes. There's a tiny bit of gambling involved, risk your materials and your cash for a shot at something awesome. Why add gambling? Because risk is thrilling. And let's be honest, everyone loves that feeling of suspense, just like CSGO loot boxes. But here you don't lose real money. Phew. Dialogue system and multiple endings. For a while, I was thinking about how to make the customers feel more alive. Then it hit me, dialogue system. I created 7 different customer archetypes, like a young lover, a mysterious merchant, a brave knight, and more. Each one approaches you with a unique backstory and a reason for needing a specific potion, but here's the twist. You can choose whether to sell them the potion or not. Every decision can change the ending of the game, bringing real consequences to your actions. Now, it finally feels like a true RPG experience. Resource items, recipes, and future plans. Right now, I'm working hard on designing the various ingredients you will need to craft each potion. I modeled different resource items, carefully pick which materials go into which potions, and wrote dialogue lines tied to each customer's story. So yeah, crafting won't be a simple click and forget. It will be a real adventure. And last but not least, if you like what you see, please add the game to your Steam wishlist, subscribe to my channel, and drop a comment. It means the world to me and helps me stay motivated. Thanks for coming along on this crazy journey. See you later and bye.